my shirt is from RideFlightApparel.com, and I will leave I will leave the links to this shirt in the description box below. Okay, this story time is going to be about how I got the ass whipping of my life. Like, I've barely got whippings ever. Like, I maybe got 2 beatings my whole life, but this one, you'll see why this one is significant or whatever. Okay, so it was a summer day. It was in summer. I know the exact day. It was July. I know the exact date. Like, literally, it was July 22nd, 2011. So, in my town, we have a public pool. You know, you guys know the public pools or whatever. So we have the public pools, and the times go from 12 to 5 and then 6 to 8, and people would just hang out around, you know, after 5 until 6 to 8. So I was there with my cousins. Or whatever. Hold it. Okay. And yeah, this side of my head is, don't look at that side. Look at this side. But anyway, back to the story. I was there with my cousins or whatever, and it got over, and while I was there, you know, I think like it was probably around like maybe 7 or whatever, I got out of the pool because, like, I don't know, I felt weird. Like, I felt weird, like, and I didn't, like, you know how they say, like, wait, like, after you ate or something, so I didn't know if that was the problem or whatever. I just felt weird. But anyways, back to the story. So, it's 8, it's time to leave. Well, actually, it's not 8, because, you know, they usually, like, say it's time to get out the pool 10 minutes or so before 8, so maybe, like, 7:50. So, like, I'm, like, in the shower. I don't know what I'm doing, but my ride leaves me. Need I mind you that the pool is literally all the way across town. I'm 11 years old. I have a phone, but of course, you know, your phone is dead in the moments you need it. So my ride leaves me, and I get to panicking because I know how my parents are. I know how my parents are. I'm 11. They were like really, it's not so, well, yeah, it's not so strict, but it was like protective or something. So like now I'm scared. My ride is gone. I'm all the way across town. It's already 8 o'clock, and I don't know, I don't know. It's like I was still waiting there. Like someone was just going to magically remember that I was supposed to ride with them and come back and pick me up. So I think I was just sitting there alone until like 8:15 or something. My dumb ass. But yeah, so I was just like, oh, well, I'm gonna get in trouble. It's already set in my head. It's like 8:15. I'm gonna get in trouble. It's getting dark now. Like, it's getting dark, and it's at least gonna take me 45 minutes to get all the way across town. So I start walking. I'm walking or whatever, and then like it almost took, I think it took me an hour, but I'm like 7 minutes away from home. I'm getting ready to cross the highway or whatever, and then I see I will never forget this. I see these 2 guys, and I'm 11, but like I was one of the little girls that was like thick. So like I had a butt, and you know, I thought I was cute, but now that I look, I was really ugly. But I guess I was just those like really cute young girls. And so these guys, they're like 16, and they're like, what you about to do? And like in my head, you know, I'm scared because it's like 3 of them, and they're like 16 or whatever, and I'm 11, and they're like, where you about to go? What you about to do? And I'm like, I'm about to go home. Like, I was really scared. I already knew I was going to get in trouble. Didn't know how extreme it was going to be until, you know, I got home. So I get home, and they're like waiting. And I think my dad, already has the belt. And I'm like, I didn't get a chance to explain this story. So the way my house was set up, it's like one of those houses that like, here's the kitchen, you walk in, here's the living room, a big living room, a dining room, the kitchen. And it like got those things where like I could run around. So I think I ran around a couple times, and then like my mom blocked me in so he could get me. He took me in my room, and I just remember whip Nene, like whipping a Nene all over my skin. And I was like, you didn't let me explain the story, you know? I was like, they left me. My cousins literally left me. And then my mom, being the rational one, she got a hold of my cousins, my aunt or whatever, and they like really was like, OMG, we really forgot about her. And my dad was like, I'm sorry. My dad was like, I'm so sorry and all that. I'm like, yeah, that's why always listen. No, this is a tip for everything. Before you freak out, listen. Like, listen. Just listen. Like, for real. And my dad was like, I'm so sorry or whatever. And then, like, you know, this is what makes this story, like, so fucking, Because, like, now, like, my stomach, like, I'm feeling that weird feeling again after I got a whipping, of course. Like, I'm feeling the weird feeling that I felt at the pool. So, you know, I was crying and shit, and they apologized for the big misunderstanding. And then, so, you know, after you get a whipping, you just go to sleep. So I go to sleep, and the next morning, like, I go to the bathroom, and I look, like, no, this can't be happening. So I go to the bathroom, and I look, and what do you know? I start my period the day I got the worst beating of my life. So I'm like, no, because I remember I was still in my swimsuit because I fell asleep after I got my ass beat. So I looked, and I was just like, you know, this ain't that. So I think I just went and I changed and put some more underwear on, a different pair of underwear or whatever. And then, like, I waited a while or whatever throughout that day, the next day, and I went to the bathroom again. It was there again, and I'm like, huh, because me and my mom aren't close. So it was just so weird. Like, because I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I tell her? Like, I don't want her. I'm not a mushy person. Like, I hate being touchy-feely. I hate when people are all up on me. So I didn't know if she was going to have that reaction or what. So, like, I was really scared. So I'm like, how do I tell my mom or whatever? Like, I knew where she kept the stuff. So, you know, I could have just easily. But come on now, I was 11 years old. So I was just like, huh, I'm going to tell her or whatever. So I just went in the room, and I was like, I think I got the stuff. Like, I remember I was just like dreading telling her because we're not close, and it was so awkward. So I think I was just like, I remember I was like, I got this stuff or whatever. And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I got my stuff down there or whatever. And then, do y'all know what she says? This is the first thing. She hugs me and says, OMG, you can have babies now. At 11 years old. Like, that's the first thing you would say? Is that I can have babies? Like, thanks for the warning, but like, that was the first thing past my mind at 11 years old. You feel me? So yeah, that's what like makes this whole story. I got the ass beaten of my lifetime. I'm talking, watch me whipping Nene all across my skin. And then I started my period. That's how I remember. Like, it all ties together. But yeah, that was crazy. And I just remember, feeling so weird. But I know like people like start at different ages, but I just felt like 11, like that was too young. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna be the only one out of my friends, which I don't think I was the only one out of my friends. No, I wasn't, but still. it was just weird and it was just crazy, and that's how this crazy ass story all mixes and ties together. So if you liked this video and want to hear more story times or any other video suggestions, first give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to me, please subscribe. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will leave the link to this shirt in the description below. It's Bella Rae, and also make sure you follow me on all my other social medias. Thank you for watching.